So let's start off with the small one. Yeah, there is going to be a lot of unboxing today, and it's always feeling like my birthday, and that's a fact. So let me know in the comments, what do you think of buying stuff from AliExpress? What are your experiences? Is it any good? And oh, this is going to be a very quick unboxing. With the simple reason, because he packed it up very easy to unbox. Sometimes they are wrapping it up with a lot of bubble wrap and a lot of craziness. Okay, so this is, this is an EmuElec device, and I must say the packaging of their, let's say the way how they're doing it is absolutely great. So I'm a little bit behind when it comes to handhelds, and with the simple reason because there are so many. I think I have like a backlog of 15 freaking handhelds, and yeah, that's absolutely nuts if you think about it. They're like shitting them out like diarrhea. So this is the EmuElec RG34XX, is one of those, let's say, very interesting ones. But the simple reason, because this is just a Game Boy Advance, and I've been seeing some videos and I felt really intrigued. Just wanted to check it out for myself. And when it comes to the overall quality of EmuElec, they don't really disappoint with this one. I do know with the first generation of these devices, we did have some problems with screens and other craziness, so there's a little bit of a downside. So we do have the dual slot SD card, HDMI out, and I think that is one of the cool things they're implementing now, having the HDMI built in. So in other words, we can just plug it in and have a game system. Some of these devices even have the option for a Bluetooth connectivity, so you can connect extra controllers and you have just like this hybrid device like the Switch, this idea. But it's kind of interesting. Well, interesting they're switching. I'm always used to having A and B over here. So the form factor is quite nice. We do have like a nice travel, good feedback to the shoulder buttons. I love it what they're doing over here. But we're going to be doing a testing. I'm just going to be enjoying myself with this particular device. I'm going to be putting it back in the box. And we're going to be checking it out if it's going to be any good. I know there's a lot of positivity around it. I think the biggest problem I'm having at the moment with the handhelds, not like so with EmuElec, but in general, is like when you're looking at all the different brands. I know it's like a crazy market out there, but they all want to have like a piece of the pie when it comes to that. And I think the biggest problem we're having now is that there are too many handhelds. In other words, there is it's so difficult to choose which one is the best one for you, because in the end, yeah, where we do love to collect these things. Yeah, but just like makes no sense to have like 100 of these things. However, that is my opinion about it. But let's go to the next one. Okay, so let's move on to the next one over here. And this is going to be a game box that I picked up. I think this is a highly requested product. This was the one from Kinhang, the brand new Super Console X. And this is the PC version. So let's see what we're having over here inside of the package. And yeah, this is the same craziness that I've seen before, I'm guessing. I do see something Kinhang going on over here. So, oh man, this is like extreme bubble wrap. Let's unwrap the bubble wrap. Oh yeah, we should make like a song out of it. We should unlock your eternal power with some bubble wrap. And if you wonder what do I do with bubble wrap, I just save it. Because I love bubble wrap. It's so convenient. Oh, let's see what they, it's all interesting to see what they are doing with these products. Okay, so we're having over here the Kinhang, the Mini KP100. So actually this is an N100 what I understand of. So this is interesting to check out. So they have an external hard drive, and I'm guessing because this thing is so small you can fit it in. And you know what's kind of funny? So this is nothing special. I mean in particular, this is just a Batocera drive they configured. But the thing is, if you're going to be putting this on an other N100 you're picking up, it's just working the same. And that's kind of interesting. So let's say you have like I've made some videos about it. If you're going to be grabbing a PC like an N100 used, maybe new in a sale for 120, you're grabbing like a cheap hard drive, or you make it yourself, and you have like a super cheap way to play. And that is one of those ways you can do it. But again, we're going to make a full video about it. Yeah, they do implement a T3 controller, and this one is quite okay. I must say, GameSir, I had like a couple of products here to review, and they were quite nice. And I think also those telescope thingies, how do you call it, to put your phone in or tablet, they were quite nice. This is like a rip of the PlayStation 4 semi-controller. But this is what you're getting inside of the package. So let's unwrap, let's save the bubble wrap, and let's make a full review about it later on. time for the wicked scissor, and let's open it up. So when it comes to this particular box, I must say this is something I ordered. It's more like a spare part situation. So what is going on over here? This is maybe one of the, let's say best Pandora's boxes you can actually order now. So this is, yep, it's already old, you know, it's in March 2024, but maybe in the future we're having a new edition of this one again. But this is like the latest version I'm having over here from One More Arcade. And what is so special about this Pandora's box? So this particular one does have the option with the Pandora Gun Max, meaning that you can actually, you have these light guns from them or from theirs, and they're like, you know, they're like one of the best options at this moment if you want to have a plug and play solution. So they're also giving us a hub, and with the hub we're going to be connecting the light guns. Moving on to the multi-package from China. So what is going on over here? The multi-package from China are like multiple packages. They're going to be combining them and just, like say, making like a multiple package from China. So let's see what is inside of here. I ordered all kinds of game boxes again. There's new batches out there. Oh man, the box is completely messed up. I really hate when that happens. So this is the game stick. You know what, there's another problem I've noticed. If you're finding these game sticks, they have a certain name, but the box is just sometimes completely different. But I found this an interesting one. So I'm going to be checking in the administration to see what is going on with this particular model. Which one? This is a one I've never reviewed before, so let's see if it's going to be any good. So let's move on to the next one over here. Ooh, this box looks way better than the previous one. So let's do a little bit of a rip and tear here. And this is, oh yeah, shenanigans with the freaking stickers on the box. Yeah. Okay, but this is the X2 Blue Edition. Okay, so I was wondering, is this going to be any good? Let's see, this is the X2 Ultra Game Stick. Sometimes I do order something, I realize I already reviewed it, or it's like a very small difference. So the stick is something I've never seen before. So let's check out the SD cards. They are still using these non-brand ones, so I need to back up them. I always do that. Make a backup to your PC with Bellino Archer or another program, so you can reflash it back on, let's say, another SD card, because these things have horrible SD cards. But there seems to be 256 gigabyte version. Okay. So moving on to the next batch, and oh yeah, this is the big one. So let's see what's going on over here. What the heck, this looks really weird. So they did do a lot of nice, let's say, they did a great job of packing this up, so I think I can reuse this. So some of the things I love to do is reusing, not the tape, but the packaging itself. You know, it's going to be super convenient, so let's do a little bit non-rip and tearing and just open this up. Let's see if we can find an opening on this package. Oh, it's on the bottom part over here. Okay, so let's open it up over there. Let's do it outside of the freaking, like, the camera. So, aha, the K8 Pro Edition. Yeah, you know, when you're going to be looking at these things, you're going to be seeing a lot of similarities. Do you see it already? Oh, but you have different prices, you know. What I did notice with these game sticks, that sometimes they do have like slightly differences when it comes to the menu. So let's grab myself another one. Oh, this is not a nice package, but I think I'm going to be cutting this one open. Do I need it? Let's see. Nope, I don't need to do that. I can just rip it open like that. That's great. There we go. So that was another one I was really interested in. This is the M15 Ultra. This thing costs like $70 freaking or some kind in the sale. So what we do have like this new generation of controllers. You can see I ordered them all. So the stick is completely different, or at least there is not even something on it anymore. They didn't even put the effort. Oh boy, this thing is really lightweight, so I'm guessing it's not going to be having anything going on when it comes to any of cooling. So we have a new brand called Wifi. That's it. Okay. What a shenanigans. Absolutely. Okay, so when it comes to that, okay. Oh, freak. Oh, let's put it back in the package and let's see what is going on later on with the full unboxing. But you can see another one. And then, of course, the final one. Ooh. This one we're going to be just cutting open. You can see this has this very thin layer. Like, it looks like a trash can. But it was one of these game sticks was quite expensive, or was it really a game stick at all? Because some of them look like a game stick, but ending up having just a normal game box format. So let's do a quick peek in the inside, and let's see what is going on. Okay. This was the Xbox Series S version. Yeah, that was really interesting, but it was the most expensive. I think it cost like almost like $100. Absolutely extremely expensive for, like, say, when you're looking at the prices. So one of the things I'm really curious about is the controls. So there's like fake knockoff Xbox controls. Of course, they feel really cheap. They smell kind of nice. Okay, the ABXY buttons are feeling nice. We have this interesting floating D-pad, but that's like a very sturdy feel. I'm always starting with the review, but I was really intrigued by this. And it seems to be that this thing does come with a built-in battery. So can we actually doing something with it? Oh yeah, cool. We have like LEDs over here. Okay, that's nice. Cables, everything. So this thing comes with batteries. Okay, this is cool. The Xbox Series game stick. I love it how they rip stuff off, you know. Oh, they're so creative by ripping off stuff. You know, it's kind of funny, to be honest. So I have a lot of, let's say, a lot of interesting things here on the channel. But this one, oh man, this is going to be in my top 5 of, let's say, crazy stuff. But let's do a quick look at this one, because I already unboxed it. So, but I just wanted to do a quick overview. What is this? Because Neo 01, never heard of it. But in the package from China, there is always something to find. There are so many weird products on AliExpress, so consider subscribing, hit the little bell, because we're going to be reviewing all of these products, comparisons, top 5, you name it, to see what is worth our money and what are we getting, because with these things you never know. So consider, would be great to see you in the next video, and yeah, let's go with the flow and let's start reviewing.